Hello, students. Welcome back to the online class of Semstar Global School. Myself, Pratima Singh, and today we are going to start a new chapter which is from Social and Political Life, chapter 25. What is government? This is the first part of the video. So, students, you must have heard about government word many times from the mouth of elders over the radio or television, in newspaper, magazines. So, what is government? What does it do? Why do we need a government? Why does our country have a government? Who makes up the government? We will read about all these things in the chapter. Now, in this video, we will talk about the meaning and need for government and then the functions of government. So, let's start our video with the topic meaning and need for government. So, students, what happens when a teacher is not present in the classroom? Students tend to get indisciplined, they behave in an indisciplined manner. One student may get up from the seat and start playing with paper and planes. Another may pull out the lunch box and start eating from it. There is total confusion and chaos in the classroom. Then the teacher suddenly arrives and there is pin drop silence. You all must have experienced this. So, the teacher appoints a monitor to maintain order in class in her absence. The monitor is one who is amongst you. The other students need to obey the monitor or else he or she will get punished. Similarly, to live peacefully and work successfully in a community, we need a person or a group of persons who can govern and protect us. We need to follow the rules and regulations set by those persons. This body of persons which governs is called government. One of the earliest forms of government was monarchy, where the kings looked after the needs of the people and maintained law and order in the kingdom. The modern day governments are mostly democratic in form. They comprise leaders who run the affairs of the country according to the set principles and codes called laws. These persons have a duty towards the citizens of the country. They carry out their duty by performing certain functions, like they provide framework within which the citizens of the country can work to achieve their common purpose. Then, government represents the need of the people. A government is also vital to represent the needs of the people and to take care of their problems. The absence of a government can lead to chaos, confusion, and disorder in the country. So let's move towards our next topic, that is functions of government. The first function is that government frames laws, executes them, and protects them in the form of legislature, executive, and judiciary. So the government operates through its three organs which frames laws, executes them, and protects them. Laws are made to satisfy the needs of the people. In India, the law-making organ of the government is called the legislature. It is done in the parliament. The organ of government that executes various functions is called the executive. The Prime Minister and his ministers do so. The organ that ensures that we obey these laws is called the judiciary. It punishes those who break the laws. Then the next is government builds the infrastructure. The government builds the infrastructure of the country. The roads and rails you travel on, the public transport you travel in, the post and telegraph that delivers your letters and money orders, the electricity you use, the water you get in taps, all are provided by the government. and these are all the infrastructure. The next thing is the government works for the welfare of the people, for the betterment of the people. The government works for the welfare of the people as it provides healthcare facilities by establishing hospitals and conducting healthcare programs like pulse polio to eradicate diseases. It provides education by opening schools and by conducting educational programs like Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. It gives old age pension to its people, prevents discrimination of disadvantaged groups, and ensures equal opportunities to all. It takes necessary steps in the affected areas during natural calamities. Then the fourth function is that it protects and maintains law and order. The government protects the state from attacks by other countries by maintaining the armed force, and it also maintains the law and order within the country with its police force. Now, the last function of the government is that it registers births and deaths. The government registers births, deaths, and marriages and solves civil and criminal issues through its courts. Now, students, has a person visited your home on behalf of the government to record the details of your family members? That person is doing a census, a survey by collecting population related information for the government. So students, this was it for today's video. In the next video, we will study about the organs of the government, that is legislature, executive and judiciary, and then the levels of government in India. Thank you.